hard to say. You see some intellectuals that say the world will be totally different after this pandemic. The capitalism will be ended up. Human beings will be nicer after this. I tend to disagree because we tend to overreact when we are in the middle of the problem. The mankind have experienced enormous crisis in 1 century. A century ago, it was the gripe española, but in the meantime, we have 2 world wars. We have, Holocaust. We have the use of nuclear weapons. We have so many important challenge, and the mankind still pretty much the same. So I don't think will be that. There are some trends that we should pay attention on controlling privacy. Some political rights may be affected in some governments. The freedom of the press may be affected. Some activities in education, the use of Zoom and other tools, yes, I think we're going to increase that. We're going to increase the use of the web to purchase our goods. Yes, but I think today's the trend is that we're going to living at home. We're eating probably worse. We have less physical activity. We have less access to healthy food, so we buy a delivery, pizza, and other type of food. So probably we are getting more calories. So I don't know if this is an opportunity to raise again the problem and to focus on a very challenging trend. It's very challenging that the person tells us that we're going to be the first generation in the history that will live less than their ancestors because of the bad quality of our food. So it's our it's an habit, it's the way we live. We want to start at the gym next Monday. We want to make a special nutrition diet for the next week. All of us. But we don't change our habits. We watch TV, we see the video games, and we don't play as much as we desire sports. And we don't have time. Our grandmothers, that a change, and if you see 60 years, 50 years, our grandmothers eat very healthy because they have time and they consider that food was important for the family. So they prepare, they buy at the groceries, they buy fresh vegetables and fruits. We don't have time for that. So we buy fast food. We buy food with very tasty, the high calories, inexpensive. You buy, a chocolate or whatever, very inexpensive. And you don't have to prepare. You put it in the microwave, maybe some kind of food, and it's very easy for you to cook. But we wonder, do you know if that food is healthy or not? You probably know. Maybe the government should warn you. So that's why you have the label. Usually labels were very confusing, very technical, only understood by experts in nutrition. Now we have this different food labeling. We have these stoplights and other alternatives, and the Chilean system that warns you, hey, hold on, this is not that healthy. Hopefully you understand and you change that buying decision. But also, like I mentioned, companies are considering, should I have to adjust my current products in order to withdraw this negative symbol? The Chilean law did something really interesting. Separate in 3 years the application of the law. So they start to put a threshold, certain presence of sugar, sodium, fat. And they said, if you are below this threshold, you can withdraw this black label. If you're over this threshold, you should put this front of package. So it's very visible. It's very big. So it's really not good publicity for you. This is negative. And then at the second year, they reduce this threshold. In the law, is again, it's a legal um, uh, part of the legislation. It is legal that we are affecting the selling of these products. Are we affecting the image of a product? Like I mentioned, the cereals that you eat at the breakfast, the Kellogg have a tiger. You know, with the Chilean legislation, you have to withdraw the tiger. You cannot use the tiger on the package.
So Tony is not there anymore.
No. So these companies complain. They present some actions at the court. They affecting the proprietary rights and the registered trademarks. One of the samples. There are many companies. They have to withdraw the image if they have the black label. So I don't think it was intended. I spoke once with the senator that actually create this law, and he told me, Girardi is his last name, and Girardi told me this was unintended purposes, because we want to use the idea of other countries of the stoplight, variations of the stoplight. But the companies oppose, and they have a strong lobby. And at the end, they accept this black label, mistakenly considering that maybe it was less negative than this stoplight. But it wasn't. So at the end, the law is more efficient because of this discussion, this, democratic, and on the Congress, there was lobby, they have to defend their interests. And at the end, they issue this law with this black label, with a negative, image, and say, this is negative for you. You shouldn't buy it. You want to buy it, you can buy it, but it's negative. So the companies fight, politically and then legally with some actions at the court. They lost all of them. They tried to discuss this at the TBT commission at the WTO. I have read the discussion. They tried to delay, they tried to reduce. There was some modification, but at the end, they have to accept it. And I think many countries are monitoring the real effects of this law in order to eventually issue a similar legislation. The Chilean labeling already is being applied by Peru, Mexico, Uruguay, Colombia is under discussion, Israel. At the moment, already they are following this because it works a little. Like I mentioned, the other experience that we with several academics tried to find successful experience of taxes, banning, prohibition, advertising, restrictions, education. None of them actually shows a clear, successful consequences. But this one is showing something initially. Okay, we have to see in the coming future whether this is improving the percentage of overweight and obesity on the Chilean citizens. But at the moment, it's showing success recognition on consumers. They understand very easy the label. They change when they could to switch into other consumption products, alternatives. And companies also try to adjust when they can. Not all the products have this possibility, but when you can reduce a little sugar, well, you can do it.